Hello and welcome to your goddess reading. We are doing a reading to understand how you can awaken your inner goddess. I felt such a pull to do this reading because we're all stepping more deeply into our divine feminine power. And so I have here 4 piles, each with cards from the Divine Feminine Oracle. And the intention is just to help us to move into healthy masculine energy as well as healthy divine feminine energy. And we want to take this energy and power and awaken the goddess within. And so let's take a look at your pile and really find out what it is that you can do to awaken your inner goddess. And I want you to just breathe deeply, take the time to look at each pile, each stone, and just feel which pile is calling to you. Hello, pile number 1. Let's get started with your reading. So we're looking at the Divine Feminine Oracle. And first, we're going to start with your stone. This is a turquoise stone. It feels so smooth in my hands and also a little rough. It's has some raw inclusions here. And turquoise is a stone that has a lot to do with the throat chakra, with speaking. So when I see this, I know someone has a message. You have a gift perhaps for communication, or you have some kind of creative gift that you're meant to express. You may have strong placements in the 3rd house, 5th house, in Gemini or in Leo, even in Sagittarius. Some of you may have Aries midheavens, like you just come to just say the thing. So let's take a look at your Divine Feminine card. This is Rita of Cassia, the patroness of impossible causes. I am miraculous. My prayers create powerful channels of possibility. This is a beautiful card. This is telling me that you're a wandering blue moon. You're someone who is an absolute rarity and most likely a pioneer or visionary, Aquarius energy. And you're offering just an opportunity for us to get to know something new. But this card is telling me that perhaps this person is not aware of their uniqueness, or perhaps there's a belief system of, there are already so many people out there doing it. There's no space for me in the market or in following my dreams. And I feel like, with this open third eye, there's a need for a higher perspective of self, as well as a higher perspective of your path, and understanding that you are unique. The way you do things is not going to be the way others do it. So there are people out there who specifically need your form of communication and authenticity. So with you being a wandering blue moon, this card is just telling me 2 things. 1, don't give up. What you want wants you to. And even though it might seem impossible, it is quite possible. And prayer helps to make the impossible possible. And the second thing that I see here is, you're quite unique, and you've got this opportunity to share this uniqueness with the world. Now, the way that I came to this reading on awakening the goddess within was I was shuffling cards from the Sufi wisdom deck and just wanting to know, what the message should be about. And these are the cards that fell out. These 4 fell into my lap, and I was hoping for 4 cards because originally these were going to be the piles. but it seemed to be telling a story. And so I wanted each pile to have this story incorporated with it. And so the first card is Make a Change. Welcome change into your life. So we're talking about rebirth energy, inviting in the new. The next card is Determination. Perseverance leads to fortune. So once we've made this change and we've established our goal, it's important to move forward. The next card is Balanced Life. Love seeks your well being. And so, as we go forward on this path, there's an opportunity to make sure that we are being very loving with ourselves, that we're not just pushing and forcing, trying to get it done because we feel like we're behind, but we're actually, bringing in a message of self love, self care, as well as allowing ourselves to pursue our dreams. The fourth card, Face Your Fears, farewell to fear phantoms. So I felt like there's just a message here of, okay, it's time to go, it's go time. And it's important for you to be determined and to, have that kind of Saturn, Capricorn energy of moving forward step by step, but at the same time allowing in balance, allowing in self-care and phases of rest, because the rest, the stillness, is going to allow you to hear the messages that you need to hear. But as you move forward, you may find that you may need to face your fears, and that the world around you might not move or shift as quickly as you would hope. But these cards are saying move forward with determination, because your perseverance will lead to your choice of fortune. Make sure you do it balanced. And as you move forward, you may be facing fears, but this is not the time to give up. So then I was shuffling the tea leaf deck, because I just wanted them to be a little more shuffled before I shuffled them again and choose cards. You believe it or not, this one fell out, success, and right behind it, this one flipped over, carrot, opportunity or windfall. So perseverance leads to fortune. So what I feel in this reading is we're talking about how can I move more into my divine feminine power, as well as, you know, how can I heal my masculine energy? Because when we talk about moving into divine feminine energy, we can't just talk about leaving a cultural or a toxic, unhealthy masculine energy and talk about moving into the feminine. We've got to heal the masculine as well as move into the feminine energy. And I feel like there's a lot of success here when we begin to make a change and we become determined. And so your card, Rita of Cassia, is going to help us understand what kind of change you need to make, as well as your turquoise. So for those of you who are hiding like hermits, with this turquoise, it's going to be time for you to share your message, share your gifts with the world. With Rita, you may be feeling like, I'm calling her Rita like I know her. But with Rita of Cassia, it may be, with the patroness of impossible causes here, you may feel like, what it is that I want is not that easy to create. But it doesn't have to be impossible, but it might require some courage. It might require you to embrace the unknown. And that is a part of feminine power. A part of feminine power is embracing the unknown. It's like the ocean, something you cannot grasp. And yet it is there. It is powerful. It is present. And it's a source of sustenance. It's a source of renewal. That ocean is there. So what you're seeking, you may not be able to quite grasp it. It may seem impossible, but it is there. It is there. And what you want wants you to, and you can grasp it. You can have it. Now, what's interesting with Rita of Cassia is, she had some difficulties, and she wanted to join a convent, but she had to marry. And the person she married was definitely, let's just say, on a different life path than she was. But eventually he converted and he changed his ways. And, she had a very pious life that allowed for miracles. And so this is not about locking yourself away in a convent. This is actually about belief. It's about faith. So part of what's going to help you to activate your divine feminine power and your inner goddess is embracing faith, self-belief. Okay, so we're going to move these up. They're framing this reading success, an opportunity, or windfall. They are framing this reading. And let's look at some tarot. This is the Romance Tarot, and I just think it's so much fun. I love these cards. Okay, we've got one jumping out already. More than I wanted to pull, but let's put these three aside. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Devil card, which, again, this is Capricorn energy. This is also, it's an energy. I'm seeing the scales with the energy of balance, and also maybe not knowing what's coming, not being able to see. And so maybe that's frightening. Maybe it feels like a risk. Maybe the limiting beliefs get a bit loud when we can't necessarily see what's coming. But look at the goddess Nike here, who the brand Nike is named after, if I'm not mistaken. Look at Nike. And this is Hellenistic Greek art. Like, this was not possible back, to make a statue look as if it were flying, as if it were moving, was quite the feat back then. When you look at how it moved from archaic Greek art to classical, to high classical and Hellenistic, as you can tell, I studied this in college. And so this is telling me there's something that may seem impossible, something just as impossible as making a statue look like it's flying, like it's moving. But don't give up, and do not allow those limiting beliefs to keep you from, stepping into a new era. Okay. 10 of Wands, Ace of Swords, 9 of Coins. Okay. Okay. So you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. It's just that it may be a bit of pushing and forcing, or moving forward in a way that might not feel as natural, that might be slowing this down a little bit. But if you allow yourself to just kind of wander and glide and allow the light to shine on you, this is going to help you to come more into an energy of flow. And look at this, with the religious symbols. It's interesting. And we don't want to move too much into religion or anything, but it's about communication with the universe and communication with your guides, letting them know what it is that you want to achieve, and then allowing that wisdom to come through. This is the 3 of Swords. I'm not sure with the YouTube rules what all I have to cover up, so I'm just going to cover this just in case. 3 of Swords. So I feel like there's been some disappointment, Maybe in the past things didn't work out just the way you thought. Maybe you planned some things and you found yourself sitting alone at the table. 7 of Swords. And just feeling like you're carrying it all, the weight of the world. This is the World card. So this is the end of a journey, but it may be that you're feeling like, you've been carrying the weight of the world, and there was a lot of disappointment. But with the 7 of Swords, what I understand is that there was a bit of deception there. This is not the end of the story. There's a lot of opportunity here. Your cause is not impossible. So there's an opportunity to release, let go of the past, and to step in to a new story. But if we keep telling the old story, we will keep getting the results of the old story. So if you're already beginning to timeline shift and tell a new story, and allow your future self to help you feel in the present, then do not be deterred or discouraged if your surroundings haven't changed yet. It's okay. We've got the rat jumping out here. Ooh, we've got the dark man. Okay, so do not allow, because we've got great personal sorrow at the bottom. So, and look at this. We've got great personal sorrow. And look at this. So there might have been for some of you disappointment in some of your relationships, or we've got a dark-haired guy here, some in relationships, or even with regards to masculine energy. When I think of masculine energy, I'm not just thinking of the male species. Remember, these are essences. So it could be a woman with a lot of masculine energy. It's about understanding that with the masculine energy, it's an energy of foundation. It's an energy of safety, an energy of security. And so you may have had some past disappointments with regards to finances, or in relationships, things that have to do with security, family. All these things affect the root chakra, affect that masculine foundation. And so it's time to move out of this energy of feeling like the universe is not working with you, that everyone's against you. It could have been, some of these fears, and understanding that what you experienced in the past, which I am so sorry for this great personal sorrow, what you experienced in the past doesn't have to be your future. What I also see here in this empty table is a reset. Can you see this? Look at this sorrow and disappointment, this loss and abandonment. And then there's a phase of aloneness. But look, the table is still, nicely set. There's still fruit, there's still abundance overflowing. I genuinely don't know what I have to cover. I have to cover the ice sculpture here. And then it moves into a family, from this disappointment to this loneliness into a family. Look at the couple holding hands. And this doesn't have to be gender specific, Imagine what it is that fits uh, your love life, your wish. Look at them holding hands with the child above. So if you feel like you're coming out of disappointment and loneliness, know you have the opportunity to move into abundance. Let's just pull one more. Woo! Grab that. Look at the bottom of the deck now. Eagle. Triumph over troubles and obstacles. We are taking that. We are putting that here at the top. Triumph over trouble and obstacles. Look at this. Romance is in the air. So for some of you, if you've experienced difficult relationships and disappointments in the past, look at this. Romance is in the air. Triumph over troubles and obstacles. It's time to come out of this feeling that it's impossible. I'll never find that one person. Oh my gosh, look at this. Oh, marriage. Good news. Keep your life in balance. Career. Oh my gosh, how beautiful is that? We're coming out of disappointment and we're moving into commitment, into romance, into triumph over obstacles. Good news is coming. But what you need to do, we cannot ignore this. Keep your life in balance, because the balance came up here with this third card here as well, if you remember. Keep your life in balance. So you're going to want to be monitoring your thoughts and your emotions, and really standing up to yourself in the moments when you're feeling like you're getting into doubt and insecurity. And you want to stand up to yourself and say, no, I am the patroness of impossible causes. And even though it may look bleak, I know that the truth is that my divine right is already with me, and it is crystallizing as I speak. Okay. So this marriage, for those of you who feel like it's not necessarily relating to romance, it could be with career. You could be finding that path that you've been wanting to embark on with regards to communication, with regards to spiritual teaching, speaking, sharing, creative expression, sharing your story of triumph. And so some of you, this may be romantic, and some of you, it may be a new commitment in the space of career. But good news is coming in. It's just important for you to keep your life in balance, meaning you have 4 lower bodies. Okay. So you have 7 bodies. You see the physical, you know about the physical body, but you also have the mental body, you have the emotional body, you have the etheric body. These are your 4 lower bodies. And you must keep all of these things clean. So if you have a physical hygiene, it's also important to have a mental hygiene routine, an emotional hygiene routine, and an etheric hygiene routine, which is going to be your spiritual hygiene routine. Your etheric body is the body that saves your blueprint for this lifetime. It's like Pluto in your birth chart. Pluto's like, this is the soul's intention for this particular lifetime. And your etheric body is going to be your reminder of that soul's intention. Your mental body is going to be, the apparatus that helps you really manifest what it is that you want to experience through your thoughts. So your thoughts aren't there to actually, pull you down or process in the way that we sometimes think it is. It's actually there to help us call into being what it is we want to experience. You have to understand, in the other dimensions and realms, we're telepathic. So what we think crystallizes immediately. Here on the earth plane, it crystallizes more slowly. And that's why sometimes there can be an energy of impatience when things don't crystallize as quickly. But we've got to focus on what we want to create, because we are that telepathic. Our prayers can create possibility. And so we've got to be aware of what's going on in our mental body. Then there's the emotional body, where our emotions are catalysts. They bring momentum for what it is that we want to create. So we've got to be aware of our emotions. And sometimes we have to have what I call emotional discipline, where if we're feeling like we're sinking into a negative feeling, we've got to jump up, we've got to move, we've got to do some fitness, we've got to listen to that meditation, we've got to take that walk, sing that song, do whatever it is that's going to help us pull ourselves out of that energy and back into an emotional space that's going to be the momentum for what we want to crystallize, and not the momentum that's going to send us back into our past. Because if we keep telling this story, we're going to keep manifesting this story. And we want to tell the story of what we truly want to create, and you've got it all here out on the table. Okay. So that's going to be the opportunity to keep your life in balance, is with, having some emotional discipline, mental discipline, etheric discipline, following your life purpose and soul mission as you feel it intuitively within your etheric body, moving forward with your thoughts and your emotions in a way that are going to help you actually create what it is that you want to experience. Romance is in the air. We have here, get back to the basics. Okay. Start taking care of yourself. Look at this, bring more peace and harmony into your life. Really start taking care of yourself. Be loving to yourself so that you can pull in what it is you want to experience. And often the way we do that is based on how we treat ourselves. Okay? If we're treating ourselves well, we tend to allow the things to crystallize that are for our highest, greatest good. If we're mistreating ourselves, then how can that goddess energy awaken? Because we know goddesses take care of themselves. They're aware of their inner beauty. They're aware of their inner power. How can you become more aware of your inner power? Passion ignited, Ace of Wands. So there's already a wonderful beginning. I'm going to move these up because we don't want to cover these. These are just too delicious. Good news. Triumph over obstacles. We're keeping our life in balance. Our career is blessed. Okay. Passion ignited. Solar plexus. Will, determination, self-confidence. But what a lot of people also don't necessarily understand with the solar plexus is that when we react emotionally to the things that are happening within us, we can save those emotions in our solar plexus. It can become trapped within our bodies. So what we want to do is make sure that we're in a space where we're healing our wounds, healing our triggers, so that when things happen, we're able to react more neutrally. Awareness, the magician, everything you need is already within you. With the magician in the traditional tarot, you can see that he has the wand, he has the cup, he has the pentacle, he has the sword. Everything he needs is already there with him. It's just becoming aware of it. And now you're aware with this reading, you're aware that that impossible cause, look at this, we're going to cover this up. We're letting go of this. We're letting go of that past energy. And look at this impossible cause. We're aware that we can heal experiences with the essence of the masculine and invite in the divine feminine. Here we go, recognition and reward. It's all here. It is all here for you. Rest and rejuvenate. So trust. When we rest and we rejuvenate, we're in an energy of trust, and that is divine feminine power. And that can feel like an obstacle and a challenge. Trusting. Trust can feel like an obstacle and a challenge. Split the deck, crown chakra. So, ask for divine love and divine support in this space. Prayer opens up new possibilities. Let's see. So let's ask Lady Isis, one of my favorite goddesses, also a moon goddess, a goddess of, calling your power back, a goddess of wholeness. Let's see how you can step into your divine feminine power. That's how you can step into your divine feminine power. Where are you on this path? Okay. Overcoming, the brother in darkness, overcoming negative energy with feminine power. So again, the rat we just covered up, we're letting go of any energy that is not for our highest, greatest good. In the description below, I will post Reiki videos for cleansing your energy. There's one that's called Cut Cords and Bathe in Divine Love and Light. That is so important. It's only 6 minutes long, and all you have to do is press play, and that will cut any energetic ties to situations, person, places that are not for your highest, greatest good. And so that's something that I do daily. I do it twice a day, sometimes multiple times a day. If I have to go into an office situation, or if I'm touching people a lot, if there's a lot of energetic exchange, I do it multiple times a day. But on a regular day, even if I'm sitting home and just giving the readings, I do that cutting cord cleansing on a daily basis. So that's something that may be there for you. I also have a shower meditation, which is also only 7 minutes long, where you're cleansing yourself under a waterfall. So you want to make sure you're doing a lot of energetic cleansing so that this healing can take place. Look at this abundance of sodas. Stellar blessings of the celestial goddess of abundance. I mean, wow. Wow. Patroness of impossible causes. If you are doubting, you got to let it go. You just got to let it go because this is just too delicious. This is like a pistachio tiramisu. Like, it's just so good right now. Abundance coming in. So this is how you can awaken the goddess. Embrace abundance. Bring your thoughts, bring your mental body, your emotional body, physical body back into balance. That abundance is there. Where are you on this path? Pyramid of life. Step your vibration deeper into love. Okay. So there's an opportunity to raise your vibration and to allow more love to flow through. The Reiki videos will help you with this. You can also, what you do, this is the perfect image, is imagine this image in that you're basically the pyramid and call universal love and light down through your crown chakra in your entire body. That is the essence of Reiki. I am a Reiki teacher. I give seminars on a regular basis to teach people. I teach all 4 levels, Reiki 1 through Reiki 4. And that is the quintessence of Reiki. It's calling that divine universal love and light and allowing it to flow through your entire body and circulate through your entire body. Now, astrophysics says we are made up of the exact 4 atoms that the universe is made up of. So Reiki to me is calling in that universal energy that is our natural essence and allowing it to flow through us. Power over 7 scorpions. Power to conjure low vibrational forces. When I see this card, I know that there's an opportunity to heal and that you're healing from any energies of guilt, any grief, any shame. These energies are being healed and released to unblock the chakras. I'm going to take a look and see because which chakra she associates with the solar plexus. Because remember, we have the solar plexus here, and she mentions the 7 scorpions are referring to 7 energies that can block chakras. So I'm going to see which one she associates with the solar plexus since we have that here. Okay. I'm sorry. Power over 7 scorpions. You are being initiated into the magic of conjuring to have power to affect lower vibrational forces through your own will and spoken word. You are guided to use this powerful gift with compassion and discernment, with mercy and non judgment. You can then manage any toxicity in your life swiftly and with great effect. And so let me take a look because she has a ritual here. Okay. Visualize the stomach and digestive area. Let me make sure this is the right chakra. Yeah. With love and gratitude. Okay. I name you as the energy of shame, and I release you in all forms and effects, beloved. Thank you for the learning. I am free. Now you must leave my being and not return. Breathe in deeply and out through the stomach and digestive area. See, sense, feel, or intend that the scorpion be transformed into a symbol of love and light. It may be an actual form or shape or simply golden light. It may change into a feeling or sensation in the body. Okay, so some of you may be healing from any kind of shame. And sometimes, when I do these readings for people, they can be perfectionists. And sometimes perfectionists will fight with the energy of shame because they feel like they're not perfect. They didn't live up to a certain expectation. So, this is an opportunity to release that energy and to really be proud of yourself. Step more into recognition and reward. Step more into rest and rejuvenation. Being proud of yourself, being proud of how far you've come. And, when I think about make a change, I think you have made a change. I think you're this glowing light. And so as you glow, perhaps you notice that there are people around you who can't necessarily handle your light. Maybe they feel envious, or perhaps they feel uncomfortable because, they're used to something different. And when the familiar begins to change into something new, people can become uncomfortable. So if you feel like, sometimes rat energy is coming in, like this card here, is coming in, then cleanse your energy. Don't be afraid to cut those cords, cleanse your energy, and just trust that you are protected as you unlock that inner goddess. Key of Life is the last Isis card. Key of Life, spinning the Ankh, the Key of Life. So this to me is also Aries energy, about your desires. The Key of Life is also about manifesting what it is that you want to experience. The key of life is the mysterious Ankh. Okay, this is the Ankh. This is this symbol here. The looped cross held in the hand of Isis. This mystery is opening to you now. The Ankh portends new life being born through you now. It could be in a creative sense or in a physical sense, in terms of health or even a child that wishes to be born or a new project that needs to be created in service to humanity. This new life being born in whatever form will enrich your life, bringing you more wholeness and fulfillment. Let it happen, right? So some of you it's going to be a romantic situation. Some of you is going to be career. Either way, it's good news. And the way you can allow it in is to keep your life in balance. So there, your goddess energy is awakening and being born through you as we speak. Right? It's being born through you as we speak. So congratulations. Ooh, look at this. I was just about to shuffle just to get kind of a last message. Wow, fortune. What do we have here? Sun and Leo. Didn't I say that at the beginning of this? Having energy in one of those houses, third or fifth, in Gemini or in Leo, you are meant to be seen. You are meant to be heard. This new life is being born through you. This is not an impossible cause. This is possible. It's not just possible, it is happening. Okay, let's get one last lovely divine message. At the bottom, we have flirtation with Venus and Sagittarius. Some of you guys are opening up to love. That goddess energy is just full of sensuality and she's just ready. Order, Moon in Virgo. Okay, so there may be some things that need to be put in order and get organized so that your life is in balance. If I got any workaholics looking at pile one, there may be some need to balance this with rest, with time, with loved ones, time to go out and have some fun. That's also how we meet people, whether business or romantic connections. Those of you who haven't been taking action, you've been a bit of a hermit, a bit worried, fear of success, fear of failure. It's time to get organized. It's time to get organized and start taking steps forward. And as you take steps forward, that solar plexus chakra will become fortified and your self-confidence will grow. Lust. The desire is there. The desire is there. It's interesting. This is Venus in Aries. With Aries energy, this is a person who really, has something they want to pursue. And they're willing to put themselves in the middle of their own life so that they can manifest what it is they want to manifest. And it may seem selfish to others, but sometimes with what it is that we're wanting to achieve, we have to think about what is right now for my highest and greatest good. I love volcanoes because they appear to be an energy of destruction, but they're actually quite nourishing. If you think about the Galapagos Islands, when volcanoes erupt, they create just incredibly nourishing ground. Restlessness. Okay, so you're ready. Mercury in Aries, you're ready. Your thoughts are like, okay, what can I do? Let's go, let's go. I have my Mercury in Aries. So I am always ready. And it's also in the 10th house. So I'm ready. So you may also be feeling like I'm ready. I just need that courage, focus, concentration, and order. Okay. So you're ready. You got what you need. The magician is here with the card awareness. You've got all the resources. He's look at the magician hiding under here. We've got to focus, concentrate so we can create, that web of life we're wanting to create. Companionship. Moon in Virgo. So Moon in Libra. So some of you, in order to create that companionship, you're going to have to be there for yourself. When I see Moon in Libra, this is a person who must be aware of not putting their needs last on the list. making sure that as they move into relationship and into companionship, they're not only being conscious of the needs and desires of their partner, but they're also conscious of, oh, I'm sorry, I'm touching the microphone, but they're also conscious of their own needs and their own desires, right? So codependence happens when we go into a relationship and we forget about what we want out of fear of rejection, fear of loss. We begin to just seek harmony, people please, and then the relationship is then completely focused on the partner. And that's not easy for the partner either. It's not easy for the partner when they're asking, what do you need? What do you want? How can I be there for you? And there's no real, feedback, because the person is just so afraid that what they want could, you know, dissolve the relationship. So get out there, be flirtatious, do you, okay? Allow that inner goddess to awaken and to show herself through your creative expression, through your clothes, through how you care for yourself, through your own beauty ritual. And with beauty, I don't just mean, the nails and the hair. I also am referring to, you taking care of yourself and making sure you're listening to yourself. What is it I need? What am I feeling right now? Why am I feeling this way? What can I do to help myself? How can I be supportive and loving to myself? Okay, let's ask for a loving message as we close this just amazing reading. I feel so honored to have read for you. You're not alone. So some of you may be feeling isolated and seeking your soul family. You're not alone. Open the door, allow them in. Because as I see here, it's already there. Star family. Oh my gosh, don't you just love it when the guides come through with just such a clear message? At the bottom, we have I remember, soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. So you have soul contracts. There are people you are meant to meet and you are meant to connect with. So if you're feeling lonely, if you're feeling like that romantic partner's not there, that group of friends isn't there, that business partner, that collaborative effort, that business team, that staff I want to build, understand the soul contracts are there. Everything is in order. Bring your life into balance. Bring your emotions, your thoughts into balance. Start listening to your higher self. Start trusting yourself and your intuition, and allow all of this beauty and fortune to come through. Remember, you are not alone. Your star family is here. I am a part of that star family. If there's anything I can do for you, let me know. These readings are here to support you. And I also offer Starseed Birth Chart readings. If you're interested, you can find the link in the description. And you can also find the Reiki videos that will help you and support you energetically on your path. I'm here to support you and to lift you up. I'm sending so much love. Power One, I just want to come back. I already started to clean up, but I just want to pull a self-care card. Like, what can you do for self-care to be there for yourself? Journal. Look at it, beauty ritual. Oh my gosh, it's just so, when the guides come through, they just come through. We're going to leave it at that. Journal and beauty ritual. Also at the bottom of the deck, hydrate, okay? I just felt so called to come back, and I hope you could see the shuffle in that, pulling this out. That's so amazing. Beauty ritual. And journal fits well, talking about third house Gemini energy. Just um, make sure you're taking care of yourself. And this is just some inspiration for you along the way. Hello, pile two. Welcome to your reading. Let's get started. Your stone is citrine, and this is real straight up citrine. Because you can find fake citrine that is actually amethyst, that is very strongly heated. But this is actual pure citrine. And I love citrine because of its gift of clarity. This is a stone you want to work with when you really feel like you've got to connect to the virtue of clarity and help you, make decisions, see a little more clearly on your path. Ooh, look at this. Lala. So your divine feminine card is Lala, the saint of spoken words. Every word I say becomes a prayer. I am the author of my own story. I love this energy. I am the author of my own story. And I love that it's paired with the citrine for clarity, because there's an opportunity here to get clear on what is your story. You get to choose, you know. Is it a story that's going to propel you forward, or a story that, you know, will keep you preserving, you know, what it is that you already have? And we always get to choose. So let's take a look. Lala embodies the potency and power of our words to create our reality. Lala Laldead, or Lashrabari, was a Kashmiri mystic and poet who lived in the 14th century. Okay. She left her home at age 24 and became a devotee of Shiva. Okay, so she created her own mystical form of poetry. And it's interesting because not only Lala, but also deck one, the divine feminine power from deck one, she was also married at the age of 12. These are really um, young women who feel a devotion to universal source energy, that don't necessarily feel called or want to walk the path that is usually set up within our culture. Instead, they feel called to a new path, and a path of devotion. So I feel like there is some understanding that your words are quite powerful. And it's not, maybe not just typical, because all of our words are powerful, right? We're all powerful beings. But there's something here about the power of your words. And also, some of you may be poets, some of you may be storytellers and authors. But also, some of you may be stepping into recognizing that you are creating your reality. Now, as I was preparing to do this reading overall and trying to decide what deck to use for the four piles, um, I was just shuffling the Sufi Wisdom deck, and these four cards fell out. So these four cards are appearing in all four piles because I felt like there was a message there. Because if you look at them, although they were originally meant to be the four pile cards, which I usually don't look at, but they just fell out. It's actually telling a story. So make a change, welcome change into your life. Determination, perseverance leads to fortune. Balanced life, love seeks your well being. Face your fears, farewell to fear phantoms. And I felt like, in connection with this awakening of the goddess, that this story is being told. So your inner goddess can awaken by making a change. And so for some of you, that change is going to be in connection to the words you're speaking, understanding the power and the potency of each word that comes forth out of your mouth or through your hands. You know, so some of you may want to start scripting, start writing down what it is that you want to experience and speaking, reading that paragraph every morning, because your words are powerful. Determination, perseverance leads to fortune. And as you make this change and you continue on that path, you know, you have the ability to create great fortune, balanced life. But as you do this, it's going to be important that you keep your life in balance, that you're living self-care, living self-love, not as a cliche, but genuinely taking good care of yourself. Because as you move forward, you're going to be facing some of your fears and facing your shadow. To me, when we're moving forward on our path, we are genuinely um, forgot to light the candle. We are genuinely in a place of leadership and growth that has a lot to do with, you know, facing our fears so that we can turn them into gifts. And I learned Starseed astrology, and I do Starseed astrology birth readings, and that is birth chart readings, but I also do progress chart readings. You know, your progress chart is your inner world now, and your birth chart, you know, it's kind of like your soul's plan for this particular lifetime. It really is just reflecting, you know, it's just reflecting you. And what I understood is that when we look at the birth chart and the progress chart, we're looking at how this soul has taken different challenges and turned them into gifts. So Then I was shuffling the tea leaf deck because it has 200 cards in it. And I didn't want to be sitting here on camera shuffling and shuffling. I wanted to make sure they're well shuffled. These two fell out. First, success, then carrot with opportunity or windfall. So there is a great opportunity in you awakening your divine feminine power. It's just important. You know, we live, a lot of us, depending on where we're from, may live in really strong patriarchal cultures. So when we're coming out of unhealthy masculine energy, it's important to move into healthy masculine energy as well as healthy divine feminine power. We don't necessarily want to move out of unhealthy masculine into healthy feminine. They both belong together. They work together. So we also have to make sure that we're living healthy masculine power, which is an energy of foundation, an energy of security, as well as healthy feminine power, which is an energy of creativity and really flourishing and allowing your creativity to grow. It's moving into the unknown. But as you move forward, authentically trusting that what belongs to you is coming to you. Okay, so let's look at the Romance Tarot. This is one of my favorite tarot decks. I think it's a fun deck, but also just gets right to the point. Okay. It's a little more than I intended, but stories must be told. At the bottom, we have the Death card. So we're talking about rebirth here. There's an energy of rebirth, letting go of what does not work for us anymore, what doesn't positively serve, and then embracing the new. Okay. So the Death card just has to do with a cycle ending and a new beginning. Look at that. Six of Wands, Seven of Swords. Okay, High Priestess. So what I'm seeing here, what I immediately felt was like, this is a peaceful, a really peaceful image, but the bird is in the cage. And I felt that. I felt that in my throat chakra. You know, you've got these birds here free, but this bird is in a cage. And that immediately went to my throat chakra. And I feel like with this Seven of Swords, somebody may not be quite aware of their bounty and their gift, you know? So look at the beautiful chandelier all lit up, you know? And I feel like this table could be full. It could be full of people eager to hear your words, but perhaps you're choosing to be alone. But look, you're the high priestess. And, you know, the black pillar and the white pillar behind the high priestess, they're representations of wisdom, you know, of, I believe, it's Solomon's temple. And then there's the moon here with the moon energy. So I feel like there's great opportunity to be heard, to come out of isolation and really be heard. Look at this Ace of Cups with the beautiful, peaceful dove. I forgot which Roman numerals. Okay. This has to be 19. Star 17. This is the King of Wands. Okay, and let's put down here the Devil and the Fool. Can you see that? I don't know. Okay. So let me take a look. I'm curious. So, okay, we're in this energy of rebirth because look here with the Devil here and the Fool card here, you know, new beginnings. We're coming out of the blindfold. We're coming out of not quite knowing what to do, what's coming. And look at these birds soaring, you know, we're taking off the blindfold. Her hands aren't bound. She could take off the blindfold. You know, we're taking off the blindfold and we're in a position to fly now. So this one, the hour of truth. The time has come to face the truth. The things of love become clear. The light will be long lasting. Clarity. That's such a beautiful, it's so funny because I don't really read the descriptions. I just go with what I know about the tarot and with my intuition. But I love that the key word for this sun card is clarity, just like the citrine. So there's clarity coming into your path. And look at the star card. The star card is basically saying everything's meant to work out. And with this compass here, it's you're going to be receiving clarity with regards to your path, and it's going to lead you to this King of Wands, this energy of confidence. Look how he's slouching in his chair. Like his position is secure. He doesn't even have to pretend anymore. He's just chill in his chair. That type of position is coming. The position that is so yours and belongs to you so much that you just are able to relax and just exhale. Okay, so let's go deeper. Okay, so this is also tarot. This is the John Holland tarot. New beginnings. Again, the Fool card. Again, how can we step into this goddess energy that's awakening? Throat chakra. Oh my gosh. Like the guides are just so crisp and clear today. Sacral chakra, throat chakra. I'm going to take these off the top, the bottom base chakra. So I'm going to post a Reiki video at the bottom for energy clearing. And also I have Reiki videos on another channel that are just for the chakras, because your energy system is calling you. Look at this throat chakra with with Lala, the saint of spoken words. You've got the throat chakra. So you may have a story inside of you. You may be an author who helps people understand how to find their path to healing, to success, to happiness. You may be a poet. There's something that needs to be expressed. The Sakal chakra is, our reproductive system. So there's something that's being birthed here. There's a new beginning. Here, the Devil card again. Look, interesting. The Fool card and the Devil card from two different decks. Balance, solitude, the Hermit, fertility. Okay. I want to find out specifically more about what the temptation is here. Is it negative thought patterns? Like, what's going on here? Let's see. I'm going to use the Starseed deck. I was planning on using this for something else, but what is it we need to let go of? Okay, share your song. Frequency of sound, diving deep. Okay, so someone's staying silent. Someone's staying silent when they could be speaking up, you know? Okay. So it's time for you to speak up and the hermit goes into solitude, gains wisdom, and then births something new. This is the Empress. This fertility card is the Empress. Let me move these up so you can see them. Share your song. Okay. The whale is known for being an energy of song, of and it's interesting because a lot of people associate the Devil card with Capricorn energy. And as we know, Capricorn rules the 10th house, and the 10th house is the public sector, it's being seen. So with the Devil card and the Fool here right next to each other, and then both of them coming out again in this deck, I can't help but think you're meant to be seen. Look at him standing on this table with all these birds under it. You're meant to be seen, you're meant to be heard. But perhaps there's some kind of self-doubt and limiting beliefs that are slowing this process down. But your goddess energy has to do with communication. Okay. With your high priestess energy, you're birthing something that has to do with communication. Are you thinking of doing a pick a card channel? Are you thinking about doing channeling and you're afraid of what people will think? Are you, what is it? What is your path that you're considering? Why don't we ask about that? What is a path that pile 2 could really consider for their expression, for their throat? We're asking Lady Isis, flower of life, divine creativity, and manifestation. Okay. Temple of Black Obsidian, the dark healing chamber, divine destiny, path of the divine warrior. Okay. Warrior energy to me is Aries energy. It's about knowing your desires, coming here with the understanding I am divine. I am divine universal power. I am divine universal energy. So some of you are going to be reminding people of their divine origins with the way that you speak or with the poetry that you speak. The Temple of Black Obsidian, some of you, your words contain healing power. And obsidian is a stone of protection. It's a stone that is, the black stones generally are stones that have to do with protecting energy fields. So let's see what Alana Fairchild intended with the Temple of Black Obsidian, because our question was like, what is this gift, or what could be a channel for your gift of speaking? Beloved initiate, the most challenging task is not to confront an external enemy, but to take courage in both hands and journey within to meet our own dark self and begin the healing task of bringing love, acceptance, and light to it. That is the sacred purpose of any enemy, within or without, to bring us more deeply into our own being as we seek to find and heal the darkness within. So part of your gift has to do with Scorpio energy, guiding people within a psychological energy. Perhaps some of you are interested in psychology. Maybe some of you are interested in new age things, Reiki healing. It's going to be helping people to go within and to heal your form of gift. Divine destiny. Let's see. Spiritual work of the higher initiate. The divine warrior guides you to your divine destiny. The divine warrior energy exists within men and women as the inner propulsion to continue with a worthy path, even during times of difficulty. When faced with a challenge, a true warrior will summon more of him or herself to the cause. It might be more wisdom, focus, intelligence, and surrender into the divine. The warrior within has great inner resourcefulness and determination. This part of you will lead you to spiritual success. And that was the second card of this 4-card series, was determination. So this is not the time to give up. This is the time to speak. This is the time to be seen. Some of you are possibly thinking of being writers, content creators. Content creators are also writers in their own sense. They're writing their own scripts. Even on LinkedIn, you're posting blog posts, pretty much the essence of what that is. So, there's some form of communication that has the ability to help people to go within and to integrate their shadow and to release self denial and self rejection. I have a course called Turn Your Habits into Superpowers. And the purpose of that course is to take astrological wisdom to help people come more into self acceptance when it comes to different habits, such as comparison, overthinking, um, you know, being perceived by others as selfish, different habits, and just helping people understand themselves more deeply using astrological wisdom. This is something you could be doing, helping people go within, helping them to see themselves in a different light, a light that allows for more self-acceptance, more self-worth, and self-love. And with this divine destiny, path of the divine warrior, you may also be someone who helps people recognize their gifts and to harness those gifts. Oh, look at that. That can't be a coincidence that, this. It's interesting. The alarm starts to sing, right? As I say, helping people go within and discover their gifts. Okay. Let me make sure that this is off. So this is, that was a sign. If some of you were watching that and thinking, I don't know, how could I possibly have this gift? I don't even know what I'm doing in my own life. Um, do not discount yourself. Do not destroy your own self-worth and your own ability and capability. Okay? Let's take a deeper look. I really want to ask Lady Isis how you can step into these gifts and more into your divine power in this Empress energy. Okay. At the bottom, we have Divine Guardian, protection of the winged mother. Okay, so you are protected. It might feel like it's unknown. So one way you can do this is through a soul retrieval. Soul retrieval is calling your power back from all times and places when you may have felt like you gave away your power. Power over 7 scorpions, power to conjure low vibrational forces. This is going into your chakras and releasing any energy that can be trapped in your chakras and holding them back. Let's take a look. She has a different emotion for each chakra. And I know throat and sacral are here. So let's see what it is that we need to release with regards to those chakras. These I'll leave turned over. So what it is, let's look at what it is that you could be healing from or okay, you are being initiated, and this card came out in the first deck as well. You are being initiated into the magic of conjuring to have power to affect lower vibrational forces through your own will and spoken word. You are guided to use this powerful gift with compassion and discernment, with mercy and non judgment. You can then manage any toxicity in your life swiftly and with great effect. So, here we have the sacral chakra. Visualize the sacral area of your hips, pelvis, and belly. Perceive a scorpion there. Be neutral in your heart and say aloud, with love and gratitude, I name you as the energy of guilt, and I release you in all forms and effects, beloved. Thank you for the learning. Now you must leave my being and not return. Breathe in deeply and out through the hips and pelvis. See, sense, feel, or intend that the scorpion be transformed into a symbol of light and love. It may be an actual form or shape or simply golden light. It may change into a feeling or sensation in the body. So there we just released any energy that had to do with guilt from the sacral chakra. Okay. And this is common for perfectionists. It's common for light workers. They may feel a bit of guilt because they may be, in their families, they may be the scapegoat in their family, or growing up, they may not have been able to help everyone and they may feel guilty about that. Guilt can come in a lot of different forms. It's not always about having done something wrong, so to speak. So it may be necessary to reflect on that and just be conscious of any energy that may be blocking the sacral chakra. One question that comes up in my mind with regards to this is, am I worthy? Am I worthy of manifesting my highest destiny? And that should be a clear and bright yes. And if there's any kind of hesitation, then there's an opportunity to release guilt from the sacral chakra. Okay, let's see what she says about the throat, because we have the throat chakra here. Don't worry, I'm going to get the cards back in order in a second. The throat chakra. Visualize the base of your throat and neck and perceive a scorpion there. Say, with love and gratitude, I name you as the energy of lies, and I release you in all forms and effects, beloved. Thank you for the learning. Now you must leave my being and not return. Breathe in deeply out through the base of your neck and throat. See, sense, feel, or intend that the scorpion be transformed into a symbol of love and light. Now, just to be clear, this is not saying that you lie or anything like that. It just reminds me of this Seven of Swords, that there may be an energy of self-deception, not being aware of one's true beauty, true grace, true abilities. And so there's a need to release any kind of illusions in that space, so that any worry, also, we can carry worry in our throat chakra. Any worry, we have the divine guardian at the bottom of the Isis deck, letting go of any illusion that could hold you back from experience your highest and greatest good. By divine right, there's abundance open to you, prosperity. You are meant to flourish. Okay. Okay, let me put these Isis cards back. You've got the Empress here. So you're meant to flourish. So we're just releasing with that ritual for the throat chakra, we're just releasing any perception of deception or feeling disillusioned and uh, disappointed, or like things can't work out. We're calling our power back. We're experiencing success and a windfall now. Okay. The brother in darkness, overcoming negative energy with feminine power. I will link some cleansing Reiki below, because it looks like here you're ending a karmic cycle. And now the sun is rising. The divine solar child is being reborn. And this is a card that has a lot to do with music and communication. So you're letting go of this old cycle of putting the self down, of not feeling worthy, not feeling enough, letting that go and moving into this rising sun energy. I love her descriptions. I can't help it. I just want to rising sun. There it is. Here it is. A dark phase and struggle is over. A new phase is upon you, one of hope, glory, light, and triumph. It is one through boldness, persistence. Even when you felt like giving up, you chose to stay strong, to surrender to the divine, and continue with the path. You have been through much, and now victory is upon you, beloved. For the divine solar child, a new consciousness within you is born. Congratulations. Congratulations, Pile 2. I am so proud of you. You closed out an old cycle of energy that just wasn't for your highest, greatest good. You may have had to have let go of certain situations, people, places in order to step into this new, it cannot have been very easy, but here you are now. Here you are. Victory is upon you. Ancient power mysteries. The rattle of Isis, the sistrum, is playing in the hands of the goddess now. Can you sense it with your inner hearing? Its vibration reaches through your crown chakra and enters your body, initiating you into great ancient power mysteries of sound, creativity, and healing. This is a time when words and music will become increasingly important on your spiritual path and healing journey. And this is also power over seven scorpions, also talks about your ability to use words to clear energy and to bring in that divine solar child energy. So with Lala here, in the whale, there's a gift of communication here. There's a gift of words here. And so it's time to tap into that gift. How can we do that? We're in a new consciousness. Victory is upon us. Success, that windfall is upon us. How can we step more into this positive energy? At the bottom, inheritance. Saturn in Scorpio. Okay, how can we step into this? I'm going to move these. Okay. Eccentricity with Saturn in Aquarius. Mars in Sagittarius with domination. Mercury in Taurus with resistance. Venus in Gemini with flattery. Mercury in Sagittarius with discovery. Okay. You're discovering who you truly are. You're discovering what you're truly capable of. You know, you're just this incredible light being born and just, yeah, just emanating within this space. And so with eccentricity, you know, it may feel uncomfortable. It may feel like, you know, is this really me? Am I really doing this right now? And perhaps you experienced in the past an energy of domination. Some of you may have Chiron in the ninth house, for example. And what we're doing here is understanding that we all are the authority in our own lives. And you have the power to be the authority in your life. Even though you may feel like it's different, you may feel like, what is everybody going to say about me? Everybody going to think I'm a flying fish. But allow yourself with this Saturn and Aquarius to be your true self, to be authentic, because that is the key that will help you unlock this goddess energy. And it's not about domination. It's not about forcing anything, because that's kind of what we learned in the cultural masculine, in this patriarchy. We learned to force things, to push things. But when we're in the healthy masculine, there's no need to force. There's no need to push, because we know it already belongs to us. And so we can embody that masculine energy of security and assurance and step into our divine feminine power by being ourselves and being authentic. And then everything that belongs to us will flow to us. And that's also what Taurus energy is about. Taurus energy is about security, it's about resources. A lot of people say Taurus suns are all about money, finances, but it's about resources, right? So with Mercury here in Taurus, you may be someone who's thinking about their security. Like, is it safe for me to go this path? Am I, I'm going to be different. And what's everyone going to say about me? But, flatter yourself. Flatter yourself by saying, yes, I am worthy. I'm going to give myself permission to discover a new side of who I am. There's a lot of Mercury energy here. We're talking about your power with spoken words, and two cards are referring to Mercury, which have to do with consciousness, words, speaking, communication. Quarrel, Mars in Cancer, caution. Here we have Mercury again in Virgo, versatility, birth. Yeah, we were talking about something new coming through, flirtation. So what I'm feeling is, it's interesting that quarrel came out under eccentricity. I'm wondering if you're the one who's different, and it may make you cautious because perhaps in the past, you felt criticized for being different. Perhaps you felt uncomfortable. And some of us will develop a kind of a resistance or a kind of defensive demeanor, a defensive way of speaking, because we've had situations in the past where we've constantly had to explain ourselves or apologize for not being like everyone else. But I feel like this is saying you can release that. If that, this is a general reading, but if you felt that, that you've taken on kind of a vocabulary that's defensive, or even this kind of sometimes a people pleasing habit of explaining yourself and not letting no be a full sentence, for example, you know, it's just healing any wounds and triggers that might make one feel like I have to explain myself, or I don't want them to think this about me, because if they think this about me, making your vision and understanding of who you are dependent on other people's opinion of you. We want to go within, because self-worth and validation, they can only come from within. And so if we make our self-worth and validation dependent on others, we'll constantly be out of balance. But if we allow ourselves to come more into that healing and wholeness and trust and strength of who we are, we won't even need that defensiveness. We won't need to explain ourselves, because we will be so aware of our virtues, so aware of our values, that when we make a decision, we stand by it. We stand by it and we do not feel shaken. We're that bull. We're giving ourselves the security and stability we need, instead of looking for it outside of ourselves. So understand, you're versatile. You're very gifted. Sun and Gemini, very versatile, a jack of all trades. So you have the ability to birth something new. You may need to flirt, though. You may need to play with different kinds of ideas and see what it is that you enjoy, how you want to express yourself, how you want to bring your words to light. I learned starseed astrology. Then I love cards. I've been doing this for as long as I can remember. I've been doing cards for as long as I can remember. And then I came to astrology through a card reading, right? And then I became a Reiki teacher. I have 3 placements in Gemini. So I'm also got that jack of all trades energy. It's just I had to find, what story do I want to tell with my different gifts? Can I do and be all of them? So I offer birth chart readings. I give seminars teaching people Reiki, but I also give seminars in connection to astrological wisdom. And then I have this channel because I just love to read cards. And this is my way of giving back, because the community has blessed me. The card reading community has blessed me. Those of you out there sharing your gifts, have blessed me in different ways. And this is my way of giving back. So let's just get like a positive message as we end this reading. Star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom. Look a bit deeper. So some of you have done this before. You've done this before as an ancestor, with your ancestors. We have Thoth here. We have the Egyptian pyramids. So some of you may have past lives in Egypt. We, the Hathors, deep love, mother's milk, birth as portal. We have birth here again. So there's something new. You got the love, Hadrian energy, codependencies, boundaries. So this is living a new and healthier form of love. Activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you were led. So it looks like you're going to be opening up as you birth this goddess energy. You're going to be opening up to new opportunities and new gifts. So trust where you were led. Listen to your higher self. Listen to your ancestors who love you unconditionally, who are working towards your highest, greatest good, who know your soul's path and mission. And, you're going to open up to new opportunities. Look at that. You are not alone. This came out in the first pile as well. Star family also came out in the first pile. So your star family is coming to you. If you're like, this is just too eccentric and weird what I offer, know that if you may have soul contracts where you said, okay, I'm going to come, I'm going to speak, I'm going to teach, I'm going to communicate, I'm going to sing. And these people are waiting for you to turn on your light so that they can find you, and you'll be supported along the way. Consider me a part of your star family, someone who's there encouraging you, lifting you up, helping you to find the way. So, my love, this is your reading. We're going to just ask for something you can do, a self-care ritual to support you on your path. Spend time with animals. That's interesting that it comes out on top of activated earth. You've got a gift for connecting with Mother Earth energy. Chanting. Oh, this one's sticking out. Beauty ritual. This also came out in the first pile. That's so fun. I think that's so fun that, that beauty ritual is coming out in the Awakening the Inner Goddess reading. It came out in pile 1. It's coming out in pile 2. Now, remember, your beauty ritual is not just about the physical. You have 4 lower bodies. So make sure that you're You're taking care of your physical body, your spiritual body, which I also call the etheric body. Make sure you're taking care of your mental body, your emotional body. Make sure you have beautiful beauty rituals for all of those bodies. One of those rituals will be spending time with animals. I know that time in nature is a great way to heal and just connect to wholeness. Chanting, some of you may want to chant Om or the Om Mani Padme Hum. The jewel is in the lotus. All this chanting, this vibration can have a healing power. And it's not surprising that chanting comes out in the pile that's connected to the saint of spoken words. Every word I say becomes a prayer. I am the author of my own story. Use your voice. Thank you, pile number 2. I feel so honored to have read for you. If you're interested in a Starseed Birth Chart reading, you can check out the link below. I would be honored to continue to read for you. There are other videos available. I'm sending you so much love and so many warm hugs. Hello, pile 3. So let us begin. You chose the pile with pyrite. And pyrite is a stone that can help us flourish and prosper, supports financial gain. Oh, look, you have Mary Magdalene, the apostle to the apostles. This is your divine feminine card. I am the bridge between heaven and earth. I am fully human and fully divine. Now, Mary Magdalene was said to be a spiritual teacher and a divine counterpart to Jesus. But her story was pretty much buried and diminished. But in truth, she is also a miracle worker and a teacher. And I feel such a strong connection to her. And it's just an incredibly, very divinely loving energy. Apostle to the apostles. Okay. So I feel like there's some inner treasure. There's an inner treasure within you that we have the opportunity to learn about more as you awaken your inner goddess. And part of this divinity is going to be your ability to move through dimensions, the bridge between heaven and earth, being fully human as well as being fully divine. So bringing your divine spiritual gifts and grounding them here on the earth plane. Let me see what aspect of Mary Magdalene's story is told here. This is the Divine Feminine Oracle. And she's actually like the front of this deck. She embodies the capacity we all have to merge with the soul and receive divine guidance through a love that never ends. Mary was born in the 1st century in Magdala, Israel. She was the first to witness the resurrection, and for this reason is revered in Christianity as the apostle to the apostles. In the meaning of Mary Magdalene, author and Episcopal priest Cynthia Burgo relates that the Gospels of Thomas, Philip, and Mary Magdalene all reveal Mary not only as Jesus' beloved companion, Juanos, but also as an equal partner in teaching and transmission. Burgo believes that Mary Magdalene's Gospel contains a secret teaching that Christ gave to Mary so that she could pass through the 7 stages to reach the soul, or the new, which is the highest point of the soul. And it is in this union with her soul that allows Mary to see the risen Christ. Okay, so we're talking about union with the soul. Reaching the highest, the highest point of the soul's evolution, Christ consciousness. Okay, now we know what we're dealing with. Okay, so as I was preparing for all 4 piles, I was thinking of using the Sufi wisdom deck to choose the 4 piles. And while I was shuffling, these 4 cards fell out. And I felt like it was calling more to a message of how to awaken your divine feminine power, because, that divine goddess within, because the cards seemed to be telling a story. So if you look, it says make a change, welcome change into your life, determination, perseverance leads to fortune. So after we've made a change, we need to stick to our path and persevere. That will lead to fortune. But as we do this, it's important that we have a balanced life. That we're taking care of ourselves, that we're balancing action and inaction, because in the times when we're not acting, the times when we're resting, that's when we're able to gain clarity and wisdom. Face your fears. Sometimes as we go our path, we say farewell to fear phantoms by meeting them, So this is like meeting our shadow, integrating the shadow, making a change. And this change is really stepping into this divine feminine power. And so I was also shuffling the 200 card tea leaf deck. And believe it or not, this fell out and then this one flipped over. So this is just a wonderful message of prosperity, flourishing, newness, success. And all it requires is for you to make a change, to be determined, to keep your life in balance, and to face your fears. And these are things you're probably already doing. And now it's just doing it with a higher consciousness. Mary Magdalene is holding the cosmic egg, the egg of life. There's so much potential here. So we're using the romance deck just to get an idea of what energy we're coming out of and hear what energy we are moving into. Okay. I believe that's the Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Nine of Coins. I believe this came out in the first pile. Six of Coins. Okay. So you need to allow the spotlight to shine on you. There's something you have to give. That's what I feel like. But let's keep going. King of Swords. Yeah, you know about this. There's an ability, something you have to give. Three of Wands. Okay. I feel like you know that you're the bee's knees. Like look at her all fainting and everyone fawning all over her. Look at the King of Swords. The tip of his sword broke off. He was in such a fierce, a fierce fight. Look at, look at her being the model, not being modest at all, and just, allowing this man to draw her. And look at the spotlight, the light coming in, the light coming through. Okay. Ten of Coins. I'm going to move these up a little bit. Okay. The World. Knight of Coins. Okay. Eight of Coins. Okay. So what you're wanting, it's moving forward. It's moving forward. It's like, you're the bee's knees. You've got something to offer. There's something in there. And now there's an opportunity for it to move forward. There's the Ten of Coins here. There's abundance, opportunity for prosperity, opportunity for things to flow, to flourish, and to go well. The end of a tough journey, the end of a cycle here. And there's investment and wishing, being done. And that's good. That's important, to take the time to get clear on what you want. And then once you have it, to move forward. Eight of Coins, you're working on your gift, you're moving forward, but you're enjoying it in the process. It's a playful process. It's not about work. It's about creativity. It's about allowing the love within you to flow, outside. I think this is beautiful. This is a beautiful spread. Let's see how the maker of this deck interprets the world card. Union. The veil falls, the truth is revealed. It was a long road, but worthwhile because now is ecstasy, completeness. You know, I feel like it has been a long road. And you know, look at this. How many times have you tried and failed? You will try again. And you know, we all fail. However, the expert in these things knows what to do. Humility. So we all have had cycles where we've tried and we've failed. But in that process, we've grown. And that's part of the reason why you're the bee's knees. It's part of the reason why you're so amazing, is that in this process of everything you've been through, in this process of facing your fears, you've been growing, coming closer to the new, Nous, you know, that highest form of the soul. It's contributing to your Christ consciousness. So I feel like, you know, you're a beautiful, very evolved soul, but that soul wouldn't have been able to evolve in the way that it has if it hadn't have experienced some of the challenges that you experienced. And now you get to move forward, making your wishes and more in a playful way, trusting that you're flourishing, you're prosperous. The old cycle has ended, and this new cycle of development and evolution has begun. I'm going to pull these, but I feel like before we look at them, look at the bottom of the deck, new job, new career. Yes, ma'am. Let's take a look at a little more tarot, get a little more understanding. How can pile 3 awaken this inner goddess? Okay. Interesting. At the bottom, we have throat chakra. So I feel like there's a message, there's some kind of expression. Emotional withdrawal. Okay, so there's a need to get quiet. Rejoice and celebration. Okay, this is the 8 of Cups. So it's not just about getting quiet, but you're leaving the things that no longer work. The 3 of Cups. Celebration, victory, and success. I love these readings. Patience. Okay. So you may be feeling like giving up. You may have said, listen, I've done it all. I've been trying. I've been, you know, like nobody can say that I wasn't out there giving it my all. And with patience here, I feel like sometimes when we're creating something new, our immediate circumstances don't always change as quickly as our behavior changes. So you may already be investing in a new path. You may already be moving forward and just feel like, you know, where's the pay dirt, you know? Where is that victory and success, you know, crystallizing in front of me? And the answer is it's coming. Don't sit and look at the door focused on the fact that it's not there, because then you'll be in an energy of lack and you'll be slowing down its crystallization. Instead, go out, live, be that goddess, live that inner awakening, and then allow what it is to come to you as you live your creativity. When you're waiting, I ask my guides, like, what's the difference between patience and waiting? When you're waiting, you're sitting, you're looking at the door, and you're constantly noticing what is there and what you perceive not to be there. When you're patient, you're out, you're living, you're trusting, and then you're much better to perceive. Like Mary was able to perceive the Christ because she stepped up her vibration. She was allowing herself to be the truth of who she is. And as you allow yourself to be the truth of who you are, your perception will change. Look at it. Look at it. It's just too good. It's too delicious. Destiny. It's meant to come to you. It is yours by divine right. So as you get out there and you live your life trusting, not just sitting staring at the door, but just trusting when it's ready, it's going to walk through. But there may be some other things I've got to get out there and do. What's yours, Wheel of Fortune here, will flow to you at just the right time. Let's take a look at your tea leaves. Guaranteed success. My goodness. Don't you just love when the guides are clear? Like, we will not be doubting today, okay, or any day. Look at that. Guaranteed success, victory and success, success. What else do you need? Rejoice and celebration. I don't want to hear any more doubting from now on, okay? Valley, deep personal strength and peace that assure success. That's the balanced life we were talking about. So get into that energy of peace. Trust the strength. You're always bringing strength to the table. This came out in the first deck, marriage. Keep your life in balance. Career. Okay, these came out in the first deck. Need I say more? Should I just, pack it all up? This is just absolutely beautiful. What an amazing reading. And these are tarot decks, okay? There are other cards in these decks. This tea leaf deck has 200 cards. There are other stories that could be told here. But your story is one of success, okay? One of abundance, one of commitment and partnership coming in, new job, career coming in. But you got to keep your life in balance. So you may need to withdraw from things that are cutting you off from the energy of celebration, that are cutting you off from the energy of victory and success, because you're going to want to feel and be what it is that you're meant to have even before you can physically see it before you, because we are divinely creative beings. On other dimensions, as soon as we think something, it crystallizes. But there's a process that happens first. It's slower on this plane, right? So this isn't the time to give up. It's the time to understand how this world works metaphysically. And so even if you don't see it crystallizing before you now, it's not a reason to give up. Instead, it's a reason to go within. Deep personal strength and peace that assures success. So this morning, as I woke up, I did a peace meditation because I know, and I can link the connection to that meditation below. It's on orandavin.com. There are different meditations there. Because I know that peace, if I have peace as my middle, that was a message that I channeled from Jesus. If you have peace as your middle, so many doors open up. Okay. And remember, Jesus is a great teacher and a great example who came and lived so that we could see that we are not just the body. We are expansive spiritual beings, quite capable of amazing miracles. So don't give up, pile number 3. Remember, you are the bridge between heaven and earth. This came out already in the 2 other decks and it's flipping over in this one. Amazing. Okay. I am fully human and fully divine. So it's about grounding your spiritual being here on the earth plane. Okay, how can pile number 3 step into this inner goddess energy? Okay. Bottom of the deck, the dark mysteries. Enter the chamber of the dark goddess. So it's also acknowledging your shadow, right? Acknowledging the things that don't feel so good and letting them go. And that's what's happening in this card, Power Over 7 Scorpions. It's visualizing letting go of the energies of shame, of guilt, of lies and illusion, of insecurity. It's letting all of that flow into the light with gratitude for the lessons learned. Remember, I said, you're not just the bee's knees for any reason. You've been through a lot and you've gained in emotional intelligence. You've gained in spiritual authority and gifts along the way. Pyramid of light. Step your vibration deeper into love. Love is one of the absolute highest vibrations. Oh my gosh, abundance of sodas. Look at all of this light coming through. Look at all of this light coming through. As a Reiki teacher, what I teach in my seminars is that you envision the universal love and light coming and then flowing down through your soul chakra, through your crown chakra, all of your chakras, and really circulating through your energy body and also moving down into the earth, because we are that bridge between heaven and earth. And just allowing that light to anchor you and to move throughout your energetic body to cleanse you. As I've said in the other 2 readings, You're not just the physical body. You have 4 lower bodies, 3 upper bodies. The 4 lower bodies, you have the physical body, you have the mental body, the emotional body, and your etheric or spiritual body. And these also have to be very well taken care of. And what you can do is just allow light to flow through your mental body, allow light to flow through your emotional body, rejuvenating, cleansing, and clearing your energy. And that's something that I can include in the description below, or Reiki videos to help cleanse and clear your energy, also to raise your vibration. Look at magic and ritual. So you may need to craft a sacred practice that really allows you to step your vibration deeper into love and allows you to really feel that goddess energy. So what you could do is start the day with meditation, even if it's a walking meditation, starting the day with some kind of self-care, self-love ritual. Knot of Isis, energetic stabilization with the buckle of the beloved. So this is understanding that you are held by the Divine Mother. Proper burial for freedom. Sacrifice to Osiris, Lord of the Dead. I'm going to read the description for this, but this I know has to do with, we're letting go of the old to free ourselves. We're letting go of baggage, the power over 7 scorpions, letting go of guilt, shame. We're putting down the bags, embracing forgiveness, forgiveness of self, forgiveness of others. And remember, forgiveness is not giving anyone license to do anything to you again or giving them license to be a part of your life again. Instead, it's just putting down the bags. It's putting down the heaviness and giving yourself permission to be light as a feather, to step your vibration deeper into love. In order for life to flow and express itself, that which belongs to the world of non-existence, that needs to be released must be released. There is nothing to be gained and everything to be lost by trying to hold on to that which no longer serves us, which is better left to be let go of, though it takes great spiritual courage and trust to allow this to happen. Osiris guides you now to release that which no longer needs to be a part of your life so that you may be free. Osiris is the divine counterpart to Isis. And it's so interesting that we have the divine counterpart to Jesus here as well. Mary, the divine counterpart to Jesus. So I feel like this reading also, when it comes to your inner goddess energy, is about balancing your divine masculine and feminine energy within. And as you do that, those of you who are looking for partnership, whether it be business partnership, romantic partnership, look at the deck, Vase, secret admirer. Right below new job and career is Vase with secret admirer. It's about allowing the new to come to you. But in order for the new to come, we have to release the old. It's like sweeping out the old, clearing out the old, and making space for the new. Last Isis card, Flower of Life, divine creativity and manifestation. What did I just say? Divine creativity, letting go of the old so that the new can come in. Okay, let's take a look at some more. We looked at some tarot, so let's see here. Let's just support this path of creativity, flourishing, and abundance. I feel like you're letting go of the old and you're stepping into like a higher soul evolution. Like your soul is evolving to a new stage. You're balancing with healthy masculine energy and healthy feminine energy. What are we moving into? Okay, let's see. Bottom of the deck, protection. Very nice. Oh, look at how that moved. Look at the ones. Very nice. This is Moon and Aries at the bottom. Moon and Aries is about expression. It's certainly not about bottling things up. Okay. Enterprise. I feel like this is also, this is Jupiter in Aries. I feel like there's something career focused about this reading, because look at what we have here, with the career card. Marriage is here as well. So some of you are going to be moving into a new career path that's going to be financially supportive. You're going to manifest the resources you need as you go this path. Innovation, okay, Jupiter in Aquarius. Yeah, Aquarius is all about innovation. Jupiter in Aries here is all about being aware of who you are, what you have to offer, what you desire to bring to this world. It's sacred warrior energy. It's understanding that the abundance you seek actually lives within you. You are the gift. You are the treasure. Pile 3. Manipulation, Jupiter in Scorpio. Concentration. Okay, so if you want to have an effect on your path, then it's going to be necessary for you to get focused, get clear on what it is that you desire, what you want to experience, to let go of the old and to allow the new to come in. Trust that you are resourceful, Sun in Cancer. Whatever you need, you have it within you. And it may be necessary to create a sacred space. Again, we have the Patience card. Companionship. So those of you who are hoping to manifest some kind of companionship, it may be necessary for you to be patient. Don't give up. Keep your thoughts and your emotions in a space that is conducive for allowing the good to come in. Mercury in Pisces. Okay, so inspiration, divine messages are coming. But some of you may be feeling a bit sensitive at the moment. But trust, there is excitement. Look at that, Mercury and Gemini. There's so many opportunities, so many possibilities here. Be patient. Don't give up. There's so many opportunities here. And as the bridge between heaven and earth, call on that divine inspiration. Call on a daily basis on your higher self and allow your higher self to bring that wisdom to you. Okay, so let's ask for one more inspiring message, just as we understand what are the gifts of, Pile 3's inner goddess. I'm going to save this. I feel like there's an extra message here. At the bottom, deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. So some of you may have a connection to Arcturian energy as a star seed. You are not alone. Isolation, physical connection, community. I think this has come out in every path, in every pile thus far. So as we awaken this inner goddess, and we have here Jupiter in Aquarius, which is group energy, community energy. We need to remember we're a soul family, star ancestors. You are not alone. You have the opportunity to be supported on this side as well as from, the other side. Activated earth, power places, trust where you are led. So some of you may want to be looking for ley lines, for crystal grids, going to different places that are charged with high vibrational energy. Surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. And this is what we were talking about. That's the difference between patience and waiting. Waiting is kind of a gray energy, and it's just sitting and hoping things will happen, but almost being in an energy of lack and recognizing what's not happening. But when we're patient, we're surrendering to the sweetness of life. We're giving ourselves permission to be our true selves. And as we live our life and enjoy all the beauty around us, we trust that what is ours by divine right is flowing to us. We the Hathors, deep love, mother's milk, birth as portals. So something new is being born. You may even feel you're being initiated into something new. Perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. Hiraeth, longing for home, homesick for the stars. So I just want to encourage you, if you feel like giving up, you may be an incredible empath and an incredibly sensitive person, but trust that the world needs your light. But it's not just about giving. Some of us are just so busy giving. It's not just about giving. It's about receiving. It's about allowing yourself to receive through living your life purpose and soul mission. As we go our life purpose and soul mission, we manifest the resources that we need. So as I give this reading, I feel like I'm receiving. This is a blessing. This is a blessing to me, and other blessings may come of it. So you may be homesick for the stars, but know that some of your star family is here, and you can open up to find them by letting go of the old, letting go of any past stories of defeat, and trusting that what belongs to you is coming to you, and that love is wanting to open up to you. So let's see how you can really care for yourself. I feel, these two just fell out. At the bottom, we have connect with your womb. Okay. Um, let's see. It's a bit buried because I don't usually look in this book, but let's see about We the Hathors, because if I'm not mistaken, it came out in the other two piles as well. We the Hathors. Birth is a portal that ushers in new life. The Hathors are here to remind you that you are a child of the cosmic mother, and you are being called to be held by her deep, never-ending love and embrace. And that's interesting because that's the exact same message again of this card. The Buckle of Ice is again being held by the Divine Mother. So let's put these two next to each other. So if you're longing for home, no, the Divine Mother is holding you, the Divine Father. What I did in the time when I was really in this kind of space is when I went to bed, I would just lay my hands on my heart, just put my hands on my heart and really just envision the Divine Mother to the left of me, the Divine Father to the right of me, and all of us there in our bathrobes cuddled up in bed, my divine parents just being there for me. And that may be something that supports you with the energetic stabilization through the Knot of Isis. So this is a tender, nourishing card reminding you to receive the deep, deep love of the mother's embrace. The Hathors know that the journey on earth can be rocky and lonely at times, but you're being reminded to rest more deeply in the arms of the mother. This is a card of extreme potency, of femininity, of creation, and of birth. You're being called to mother yourself and others too, to surrender to your sacred femininity, to create and surrender to your own creations, to hold and be held. You're being called to remember your place in the web of life and to realize that the cosmic mother is watching you every step of the way. You may be going through a transition right now, moving from one way of being to another. If so, you're being reminded that you're cradled in a sacred container, that you're more held than you can possibly imagine, and you have access to more love than your heart can bear. If you're struggling in any way, you're being reassured that things will work out. How many success cards do we have here? Okay. Open yourself to receiving the overflowing love of the cosmic mother, flooding towards you from every direction. Let it stretch your heart. Your starseed activation. Place the card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following. So just envision this card being in your heart chakra and say, I allow the deep love of the cosmic mother to wash over me. I'm loved. I'm held. Isn't that beautiful? We can look at the energetic stabilization of Isis as well quickly. So some of you, your gift of your inner goddess is actually mothering, helping people to heal their mother wounds. But it's going to be important for you to understand balance, okay? You're not here to rescue and to save everyone and to overgive to a point, to a breaking point, okay? You're called to find your sacred space within yourself. Part of what people might not know is Sun in Cancer is all about finding your sacred space within yourself. So this is also about healing any mother wound or parent wound that you have as well. Each initiate has their own unique spiritual blueprint with particular skills, talents, and higher destinies unfolding that use their unique attributes. part of your spiritual blueprint. And remember, your spiritual blueprint is in your etheric body, one of your 4 lower bodies. Part of your spiritual blueprint is a special relationship to the energies of the goddess. This means not only do you have the important spiritual task of helping her thrive in this world, but you are afforded her power, protection, and abundance too. You are now deepening your connection to her. How amazing is this reading? You know, all of the cards of victory, of success, but there's patience there as well. This is crystallizing for you. And perhaps now you understand why it's not there. It is so incredibly potent that it takes time for it to be built. But look here, if you zoom out, destiny. It's a part of your destiny. Okay? So what I want you to understand, part of your gift is bringing divine feminine power, divine feminine energy, goddess energy to the earth plane, which explains why we have Mary Magdalene here, you know, the divine counterpart of Jesus, as well as Isis and Osiris here, who are also divine counterparts. Not in every reading does Osiris as well as Isis appear. So this is balancing the divine feminine and divine masculine. That's that divine inner marriage. And that may also be the marriage card that came out here, is really balancing the divine feminine and divine masculine. Okay, so these are the self-care cards, how you can take care of yourself. Make a meal. Make a meal that is nourishing to you, that excites you, that also nourishes your lower body, not just physically, but spiritually as well. And also journaling. You may have a gift of writing, of speaking. You may even have an ebook or a book in you where you're helping people heal that mother wound or connect more to their goddess energy, their divine feminine energy. Just remember, in order for us to heal the divine feminine, we've got to heal the divine masculine as well. They both belong together and they flow in and out of each other. Okay. So pile number 3, this is your reading. I am so honored to have read for you. You sound like a goddess, you know, divine energy here walking the earth plane. So thank you for allowing me to read for you. I also give Starseed Astrology Birth Chart readings. If you want to check that out, it's in the description below. I'm sending so much love and so many warm and just divine motherly hugs. Hello, pile number 4. Welcome. So you chose the blue quartz. Now, blue quartz is a stone that has to do with helping us to establish emotional security. That's really going to allow us to step into our creativity. Look at the serenity of this blue color. Isn't it beautiful? So let's see what card you have. Now, you're quite unique, pile 4, in that I felt the pull to choose 2 cards. So let's see who you have from the Divine Feminine Oracle. Wow, you have Sekhmet, the Red Lady. I am pure strength. I honor my anger by giving voice to it. That sounds to me like Aries energy. You know, she has the Ankh around her neck, the key of life. She is pure strength. And Kuan Yin, the goddess of compassion. I recognize suffering in order to release it. Curiosity breeds compassion. It's so interesting how we have, you know, I give my anger voice and compassion both here together. That cannot be a coincidence. And I just love when things are just manifesting and speaking so clearly. Sekhmet being an Egyptian goddess, whereas Kuan Yin, if I'm not mistaken, she comes from the Chinese tradition, and she's a goddess that we often call on in Reiki. You know, when I teach Reiki, I speak a lot about calling on the compassion of Kuan Yin. And if I'm not mistaken, she started out also as a masculine deity and eventually was viewed as a feminine deity, which also speaks to us about the interchangeability and the connection of the divine masculine and divine feminine, how they both flow together, and how a woman can also embody masculine energy and a man can embody feminine energy. You know, we all have ideally a balance of both. Now, I've been starting every reading thus far by explaining that originally I wanted to choose the 4 piles from the Sufi Wisdom deck. And as I was, shuffling the cards, these 4 cards fell out, which, there's a little limited space. And I just want to share them with you because I feel like they're setting the tone for this whole reading, for the entire reading, all 4 piles. And if you can see here, it's telling a story. So when they fell out, I felt like these aren't separate piles. This is a story being told about the changes that we are able to make. And if we stay determined as we make those changes, we can really create something new, because it says, welcome change into your life. Perseverance leads to fortune. So as we make the necessary changes, we can really lock into abundance and begin to flourish. But what will be necessary is for us to have a balanced life, balancing action with inaction, giving ourselves opportunities to rest, to get still, and to hear that inner voice of wisdom, while also taking action and moving towards our goals, enjoying life's simple pleasures. And as we go our life paths, we always have to face our fears and face any kind of shadow. But there is great wealth in facing those fears and facing those shadows. And one thing that popped out is I was shuffling the 200 card tea leaf deck, and you will not believe it. Success fell out. And right after success, this card flipped over. Opportunity or windfall, success. So this is a successful path. We are all being offered success, and we are stepping into that divine offering. And this offer is being made to you as well. Okay, we've got cards already falling out. What I think is happening here is that we're balancing our masculine and feminine energy, but we're also understanding that the earth is a world, a plane of polarity. There's anger and there's compassion here. And there's an understanding that there's no need to repress our anger or to push it down, but instead to meet it, to speak to it, to understand it, and then release it. Not allowing ourselves to be ruled by anger or to be ruled by our emotions, and allowing them to influence our actions in any kind of negative way. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of coins. Very nice. Okay. Wow, okay. Look at the celebration here. And this is being seen, This is also Queen of Wands, King of Coins, King of Swords. Look at the kings and queens here, the celebration. 3 of Wands. Some of these cards came out in previous decks. I'm just gonna let you know. Okay, we've got the Empress. Okay. This is royal energy here. 9 of Coins all came out in previous piles. Knight of Coins. 6 of Coins. Yeah, pile, you may want to check out pile 3. Knight of Wands. 3 of Swords. Okay. So let's see. All in all, these are all very positive and powerful cards. It's almost like encouragement to move forward, but with balance. Let's find out more. I mean, these are all really beautiful cards. We've got celebration here, and celebration where you're really being seen, Okay, beyond the threshold, it is time to decide. Either the mind or the heart will win. If there has already been a choice made in the past, it must be followed. The point of arrival. It's interesting that we're talking about with this judgment card here, either the mind or the heart will win. And so we started out by talking about we can balance these energies by giving ourselves permission to feel. This is Aries energy. And Aries gives the self permission to channel that energy into movement or, into some kind of endeavor. So if you've been through a lot, because we've got the Three of Swords here, there's disappointment. If you've experienced moments of, feeling like you're without power, or like the men around you are the ones making the decisions, if you've, had different moments like this, I feel like there's an opportunity to get out of your head and into your heart, letting go of the past and reminding yourself of these things and starting to really give yourself permission to live the true love that you are. Let's find out more about your gifts. Moving on. Okay, so we're moving on from anger. Authority. You're becoming the authority in your life. This is the Emperor. Six of Swords, Emperor. Sacrifice. I'm wondering, are you a person who has, sacrificed yourself in the past to create this wonderful mood that's going on, to create the harmony that's going on? Awareness, the Magician. At the bottom of the deck, Truth, with the Judgment card. So that's the Judgment card coming in again. There's an awakening happening. An awakening happening where you're allowed to let go of your anger. And, I had a conversation with my anger once, and I was really surprised at what it told me. I thought my anger was going to say something about the past or, some kind of unfairness or injustice in the past. And what came out was, you're holding yourself back and you know it. And that's where the anger was coming from. And I was so astounded, So sometimes it can be good to look at our emotions and instead of pressing them down and saying, I shouldn't feel this way, I shouldn't feel this way, saying, okay, well, what's going on? What are you trying to communicate to me? What is it that I need to be aware of? And then allowing yourself to become aware of what it is that your emotions are communicating, and then giving yourself to permission to release that and move into a solution-oriented energy. But in order to move into a solution-oriented energy, we must be willing to steep our vibration more into love. Because as Einstein said, we can't solve a problem from the energy from which it was created. So we've got to move more into love. We've got to let go. Okay, stand your ground. So some of you may have even felt like your boundaries were not respected. This is Seven of Wands energy, and you're becoming more of an authority in your own life. Yes, moving more into light with the Sun card. Financial and material changes. Nope, we'll take that. Look at the bottom, we have new beginnings. Okay, we've got new beginnings. Love begins. Okay, so if you've suffered some disappointments in the past, or perhaps you've been the peacekeeper and just a lot of just making sure everybody else is happy, repressing your anger, now it's time for love to begin. And for love to begin, it's going to be necessary for you to give yourself permission to see yourself, to feel how you're feeling, to fawn over yourself and be there for yourself. Crown chakra, allow divine guidance to come through. And sometimes in order for this divine guidance to come through, we have to heal our masculine energy. Patience, okay. Emotional withdrawal. So this is Eight of Cups energy. We're leaving something old and stepping into something new. But in order to understand it, and in order to tap into that energy of peace that is really being offered to you, that will support you, I feel like it would be necessary to really Give yourself permission to meditate. Give yourself permission to come into a new kind of energy, a new feeling. What are we releasing? What are we coming out of? Okay. Bottom of the deck, temptation will test you. Okay. Okay. Dealings with a dark woman, misunderstanding, problems to be resolved, dealings or relationship with a young man, someone is leaving your life, someone will try to make you do something against your will. April. Okay, so it may be that some of you have been through a difficult situation, and perhaps some of it was a misunderstanding that has the opportunity to be resolved. Some of you may feel like reconciliation is not possible, but perhaps with misunderstanding here and problems to be resolved, there is an opportunity. That look at the April card here with spring, new things blossoming. And with this wall, you may have also had to ask people to leave your life, or with someone is leaving your life, perhaps you may have needed to lessen contact in order to be able to heal yourself and hear your own divine wisdom better. And there's an opportunity that as you quiet down and in this situation, perhaps you're healing a broken heart and you can hear your divine wisdom better. You're able to step in and be that authority in your life, because we had all these kings and queen cards, Okay, what are we stepping into? Because this is what we're coming out of. Okay, so clarity, there's an opportunity for clarity. At the bottom of the deck, great happiness, great happiness. So there's an opportunity for clarity here. Sometimes it's difficult to see the forest for the trees. We're so focused on the trees, we don't realize there's a forest. And so there may be strong emotions that are blocking the ability to really see clearly. But as we come into this energy of peace, the way will just start to show itself, right? As we come into the energy of peace, there's a successful outcome to these problems. You will be receiving giving a precious gift. Releasing heartache, releasing what you no longer have, show strength and show fortitude. So as you step more into this peaceful era, this more compassionate era where you're showing yourself compassion, where you're moving more into peace, you're standing your ground, you're being that authority in your life, you can release the heartache over what has happened and continue to stand in your strength and your fortitude. So you may be at the end of this much better at setting boundaries. At the end of this, you may be much better at respecting your own emotions, respecting your own feelings, because sometimes that's what we do, right? We disrespect ourselves by not paying attention, the Sekhmet energy, to how we feel. And that's what Aries is calling us to do, especially Moon in Aries. Giving our passion, giving our feelings a voice. Look at that, coming up with the throat chakra as I say it. But making sure we're speaking in a way that reflects that inner goddess, that reflects that inner royalty, choosing words and communication that reflects the true beauty of who we are. And so if there are situations where you feel like I didn't speak up, I didn't stand up for myself, sometimes it's valuable to listen and to give ourselves the opportunity to collect ourselves, to be with ourselves, so that when we do stand up for ourselves and when we do speak, we're able to do it from a place of integrity. So sometimes we're growing and coming out of an energy of feeling the need to defend ourselves quickly because we're so worried about what someone thinks. And we're then in a situation where, as we heal, we can speak up for ourselves from a place of integrity. And there is a successful outcome coming. We're talking about what we're stepping into. We're releasing the muddled thinking in this spring, this new growth. We're giving our emotions the ability to communicate with us so that we can release them and step more into emotional intelligence and wisdom. And you may already be someone who's already deeply emotionally intelligent, already deeply wise. And just remembering that the different experiences we have are allowing us to step even more into that wisdom, even more into that ability. And also allowing us to let things go that do not positively serve us. We just want to make sure that the choices we make are consistent and coherent with our higher self and with the wisdom that we know to be moving within us. Okay, just asking Lady Isis, how can we step more into this successful outcome? Letting go of heartache. Look, someone's jumping out. Letting go of muddled thinking. Letting go of, feeling run over or pushed over and stepping into our inner authority and power. Okay, portal of light. She glides on wings through time and space at the bottom of the deck. Okay, let's see who jumped out. The Lunar Queen, she of the celestial crescent. So it's time to see yourself as the queen that you are, So if in the past there was a lot of criticism, we've got to let go of that and look at the moon with that emotional security. In the birth chart, the moon talks about how to find your emotional security. And that's what this blue quartz is talking about as well. So some of you may have felt a bit off kilter with this energy you're coming out of, an energy of misunderstandings and criticism and loss and abandonment, and stepping into energy of passion, of receiving gifts, letting go of heartache, stepping more into your inner authority, your inner power, respecting yourself, respecting your boundaries. Knot of Isis, energetic stabilization with the buckle of the beloved. So this is healing the mother wound, allowing yourself to be held in the cradle of the divine mother. Spirit of Isis, triumph of the goddess. Okay, so there's an energy of victory here, an energy of triumph here. You stepping into that celestial energy. Letting go of any kind of negativity that happened in the past, or any kind of stories of unworthiness, even stories that may have come from people that you trusted, and allowing yourself to be the truth of who you are, charging sacred objects of powers, talismans of potency. How beautiful as a crowning card, life restored, priestess of the phoenix. Okay, so with this top line, you may have experienced, again, a lot of loss and abandonment. Someone left your life. You might have even felt like it was a misunderstanding, that it didn't even have to be that deep, but it transpired the way it transpired. And it may have been confusing and caused a lot of strong emotion, and it could have even caused a bit of stagnation for a while, caused you to slow down. Things that were flowing started to kind of be like molasses and flow slower. And, a lot of focus may have been on this energy, but now there's the key here, the Ankh, the successful outcome to your problems. You will be receiving a gift and, releasing any heartache, this Three of Swords energy, releasing any kind of heartache over past loss and stepping more into the strength and the fortitude of who you are. You know, we have determination as one of the 4 cards, you know, when it came to facing your fears. And maybe some of you with this top line are facing your fear that others may not accept you if you come out with the fullness of who you are. But look at you. You are that lunar queen. The divine mother and divine father are holding you in their arms. You are meant to win. Triumph of the goddess, talismans of potency. And what you can do is protect yourself. You can use, you know, with talismans of potency, you can charge objects of protections. For an object of protection that is really great is obsidian, for example. And there's different kinds of obsidian. There's the black obsidian. If it's situations within your family space that are being healed where you need protection, then mahogany obsidian would be a great choice for you. Snowflake obsidian would also be a great choice. One of my favorite protection stones also is jet. You know, any black stone tends to be a great energy of protection. What a lot of people don't know is that the color black is a very protective energy. So when you, at times when you're feeling like you may need to protect yourself, you may consciously choose to wear the color black. When you go to the grocery store, it's just allowing you to protect your energy. Life restored, priestess of the phoenix. So a lot of Scorpio energy has to do with rebirth, you know? So this is a rebirth that is happening. You're coming out of disappointment and pain and moving into love, into receiving a gift and a successful outcome. Okay? Let's find out more about your gift. I'm going to press pause just for a second and check on the battery. Okay, we're back. Okay, we're back. So I wanted to read to you the Lunar Queen. Just the summary. It says here, the Lunar Queen. There is a deep feminine wisdom that recognizes the importance of cycles of rest and replenishment as essential balancing to our actions of power and demonstration. You are asked to allow this replenishment for yourself now, trusting that you are in a cycle of creation that is about to shift into a new phase. Release and enjoy the process without having to control or force it. So you've got a gift, an inheritance coming in for all of your hard work, you know, because, you know, I'm thinking this top line, some of you may have been breaking generational curses, may have been healing ancestral energy. And so rewards are coming in for your work well done, you know? And that's what the Lunar Queen is saying. Give yourself permission to rest and replenish after that difficult cycle. Let's look at the spirit of Isis here, because with the knot of Isis, we know, give yourself permission to be held by the Divine Mother and Divine Father. When you're going to bed at night, place your hands on your heart. Envision the Divine Mother on your left, the Divine Father on your right, and how they're just holding their child. You know, you are that divine child. And let's look at the spirit of Isis, triumph of the goddess. Beloved initiate, there are times to surrender and let go, but there are never times to give up. Persist with your bold faith and inspired action until the impossible happens. Isis has the spirit of triumph and will never fail in her quest, no matter how bold or impossible it seems. Believe. So this is a call not to give up. I mean, this is incredibly powerful reading. And congratulations, pile 4. Congratulations. And I hope that you are being compassionate with yourself. And let's take a look at life restored, priestess of the phoenix. We know that the phoenix rises from the ashes. And we know that looking at this entire reading, you may be coming out of anger, out of pain, out of heartbreak, out of difficulty, and moving into something powerful and something new. Spiritual resurrection is gifted to you now. Whatever part of you or your life you thought to be dead is being revived and will flourish back into life. Just as the phoenix rises from the fire, transitioning from death into life, so too you will rise again, healed and renewed. Congratulations, pile 4. You are rising again. So let's take a look at an encouraging message as we end or move towards the end of this reading. Understanding your gift and your power. I was just thinking understanding your gift and your power when this flew out. So I am very curious. Okay. The bottom of the deck, I'm sorry. Defenselessness, riding past wrongs, uprooting. Okay. Star Keeper, cosmic ancestors, seed the light by staying grounded. Okay, so grounding and deep cellular healing. Yeah, I feel like with the I'm sorry card at the bottom, there's an opportunity for self forgiveness, any kind of feeling like I wasn't able to save everyone, I wasn't able to help everyone, or maybe a situation you were hoping to speak up and stand your ground and that it would go a harmonious way where, you know, all parties would finally be able to hear and understand each other, and it didn't go the way that you had hoped. It's letting go, you know, and embracing forgiveness, deep cellular healing, giving yourself the opportunity to ground inner earth. You'll survive this. New solutions and beginning. You know, there's a new beginning here. Your light body is being activated, you know, and you're bringing more consciousness to light. So part of your gift is being able to take that universal life force energy and to ground it here on the earth plane, but allow that healing to happen so that that life can be restored. New solutions and new beginnings are upon you. Look at the bottom of the deck. Great happiness. There may even be, you know, connections and opportunities coming in, because we had the heart, you know, the card here with the precious gift, the diamond, you know, releasing heartache and stepping into your divine feminine power. Look to the stars. And look, these are astrology symbols. Create art. Health checkup. So the bottom of the deck, connect with your womb. Now, you guys know I'm not a medical practitioner, neither psychologically or physically. For those of you who want to, you can check it out, make sure you're getting the vitamins you need, the healthy support that you need so that your physical body is also getting the rejuvenation that it needs. Look to the stars. You know, when I was going through a period of health and healing, I took a lot of walks out in the moonlight. So just make sure that you are giving yourself permission to connect to that cosmic energy. I also read Starseed Birth Chart. If you're interested in your birth chart reading, you can check the link in the description below. I never DM for these kinds of things. I just offer it to you, and I'm here for you if that's what you feel is right for you. Create art. There are a lot of artists, including Jackson Pollock, who just threw, you know, color onto canvas just to express and to allow what was working within them to be seen on canvas. And it's interesting because Sekhmet, to me, that's Aries energy. And when I'm reading birth charts, if I see a moon in Aries in a child's birth chart, I'm always like, you know, get that white canvas, you know, get a clean toilet brush, dip it in paint, and just throw the color on. You can create such beautiful images, just allowing yourself to be free and to move. Okay, pile 3. So I feel there's a call here to express yourself, to be good to yourself, to make sure you're caring for yourself, and just understand, you know, rebirth is upon you. An old cycle is ending and you are stepping into something happy and new. So pile 4, I am sending so much love and so many warm